Hey, it's David Rico from Ow! Ow! So not only did Oliver bite my finger this morning, but also I was trying to record some drone footage for this video, and I put my finger right up against the propeller and chopped it all up. It's mostly healed now, but that hurts. Anyhow, shit just hit the fan here at Zero to Hero HQ. So I was fired the other day. I'm out of the job, which sucks, but it has freed a lot of time for me. So I thought I could chit-chat while I did that, but I certainly can't. Took all my focus, but as you can see, I've been playing around with this new 3D printer that I pre-ordered a couple of months ago, and it just released and arrived like 2 days ago. So I've been filming a bunch of, printing a bunch of stuff, and look at the insane detail of these things. This thing is tiny, it's like my thumb, but the detail in it is freaking insane. And I'm printing like a massive monster right now, a beholder from Dungeons and Dragons, and it looks freaking awesome. And I'll show you it in a bit, but that's not the topic of this video. I was talking about how I lost my job earlier, and I was in kind of a rut, and today I have a fair amount of interesting things to do, so I thought, hey, why don't I film a vlog and kill my laziness streak all at once? So that's 2 birds with 1 stone. And momentum is the topic of this video. Because as I was saying, I lost my job, so I have a lot of free time, and my parents are out vacationing, so I have a lot of uninterrupted time. And I have been really struggling to keep myself motivated to do things. I've been going to bed late, I've watched Netflix. I never freaking watch Netflix. And the first step in creating some momentum to get stuck out of a rut is to take some action. Like making this video. Even though I know it's not the most highest quality video because it's just a vlog, I'll still make it, I'll still post it, and I'll get the hell out of my ruts. So thanks a lot for watching. And also I'll show you that freaking monster once it comes out because it looks so sick. I've been trying and messing around with this thing. I had a lot of like failed prints, but this one turned out divine. Printer right here is really cool, but there's a problem with it. It works with liquid resins like this one, which are pretty freaking toxic, especially the gases that come out of them when I'm printing or when I open the bottles. So it's definitely not very healthy to keep inhaling them. Plus, they don't smell so good and the whole room just kind of stinks like them. So what we are gonna do is build an enclosure for the 3D printer and have a vent that goes all the way to the window so that all the gases come out from the window and I don't have to keep inhaling the toxic resin fumes. And yeah, we all know how objects and people can gain momentum in physical terms. But I also believe, and not only me but a lot of very successful people from which I learned this, believe that our actions also carry momentum, both good actions and bad actions. And for the last couple of weeks I've been feeling like crap because I've been gaining a lot of negative momentum, you know? Ever since I lost my job, and I kinda, you know, I used it as an excuse really to like be unstable and make a lot of bad choices. Not terrible choices, but you know, I haven't been going to the gym as frequently. I've been watching Netflix a couple of times. I never watch Netflix. And also, I've been jerking off, honestly. I found ways to freaking override the vlogs I had. And I already found ways to like re-vlog them, but for a while I was going back into that stuff which I want to quit, so no good. And I've been just generally wasting a lot of time on YouTube and just kind of laying around, doing nothing, playing around with the printer, doing stuff that I'm not supposed to do. Kind of just making a lot of very impulsive choices. I've been eating a shitload of waffles for some reason. Just kind of like very impulsive, very unproductive, very unstructured choices. And they make me feel like crap, so unhealthy and weak and just kind of lost and aimless and directionless and without a clear objective. And every negative choice I make makes it so that the next negative or unproductive choice is easier to make than the last. Because you kind of get into the habit, you know? So that's why people fall into ruts. So what I want to explore in this video is the idea of breaking ruts by making the right choices. So I'm gonna get going on that. Right now I'm just gonna build this stuff, and then the plan is to go to bed early, because discipline, which is positive momentum, starts with going to bed early. Alright, new day, new polo, same old shorts, and it's time to get back at it. So I wish I could tell you I woke up at 4 AM and went to the gym like I was planning to, but in reality I woke up late, well, at 8 AM, which is late by my standards and the goals I set. And I've watched like 3 episodes of Seinfeld and ate like 3 waffles already, man, this is terrible. So, I have a bunch of negative momentum, and that is messing up my energy and my vibe. And I know exactly why that is. It's because my house looks like this. So the very first, most important thing that I have to do in order to spark positive momentum and get back on a productive streak is to clean up my house. So let's get going on that. As you can see by my window, it's nighttime already, and I gotta say I did lose my momentum. So after I finished organizing most of the house, I left the kitchen for last because it was the most intimidating, honestly. And I went to walk my dog Oliver, and when I came back I was tired, so I sat down on the couch, and that absolutely killed my momentum. Because what I did next was go on YouTube and start freaking watching 3D printing videos, because it's become a little bit of an obsession. So I've been just kind of watching videos and consuming videos and more information about 3D printing, which was not part of the plan or the mission, and though it was fun, it is not productive. So what I would do before in a situation like this is start whipping myself and insulting myself mentally and just kind of like staying down and putting myself down. And though I believe that can be useful sometimes, because I have used such a strategy to generate drive, get myself into like some sort of like an angry mood, kind of like I'm about to take revenge on myself and make myself suffer, and it works sometimes. But on the long term, I do not believe that self-deprecation is a viable strategy for self-improvement, because it affects your self-image and self-respect, and I believe that your self-image is very important for your behavior. So if you don't respect yourself, you're not likely to want to do things that will put you in a better situation, and you will not believe that you can, and if there is no belief that you can do things, well, you're very unlikely to do them, and that's something that would happen to me a lot. But what we are gonna do now in this situation is, first of all, use a tiny pat on the back, you know, a bit of motivation. Get a bit of motivation from the fact that this button is, did I put it wrong? My neck looks kind of funky. Anyway, we're gonna derive some motivation from the fact that we did accomplish cleaning the house. So the house is clean. It's organized in an optimum state to work, and we are going to analyze what happened. So, because we shouldn't feel too guilty, because self-improvement, in my opinion, is kind of like taming an animal. You're trying to tame yourself. You're a wild animal, and you should study yourself as such. So what I'd like to do is take a step back mentally and kind of, it's like the ego, you know, observing the id, kind of like your more rational part of yourself, analyzing the monkey that you are, that wants food and sex and games and entertainment and instant pleasure all the time. So what I do is I just take a step back and pretend I'm a researcher, and then I'm analyzing David the monkey and why he does what he wants to do, and kind of like adjusting the plan to kind of work with the monkey to tame him. So if you're training your dog, you analyze the behavior of the dog, and then you come up with a training plan to adjust the behavior towards a more positive outcome. So in this case, what I did was I sat down because I was tired, and also I wanted to walk him as a bit of a... Well, he didn't need to walk, but I took him extra long because I wanted to kind of procrastinate, because I was kind of intimidated by the mess in the kitchen and by the fact that I had to continue making a vlog, because deep down I still feel incapable of making videos and vlogs and stuff, and I always feel like whatever I film won't actually end up turning into a video I will post in the channel. So that kind of leads me to procrastinate along with the kitchen, and I was tired. So there was 3 factors there. There was the fear, there was the laziness, and there was the tiredness. So in a state of depletion, my willpower is weakened, and so I'm less likely to do what I am supposed to do, especially when it's an intimidating and boring task like cleaning the kitchen. But what happened was I sat there and I got on my phone and I started looking at 3D printing videos, because it's entertaining, and I'm kind of like obsessed with it right now because I just got the printer and stuff. So why did that happen? Because my phone is not blocked like it's supposed to, because as I told you at the beginning of the video, I have been using it a lot for YouTube, and I managed to like remove the blocks, and you know, when I was in a state of depletion and I was not in my right mind, I took the blocks out and watched porn and did all this stuff on the phone, and I did it for like 2 weeks, which kind of like started this whole cascade of negative momentum, which leads to very poor results. So what I did was I figured out that if I restart my phone, like I turn it up for reals and I turn it back on, it'll take a minute for the blocking software to like boot back up. So I had my blocks set with time, so I told it, yeah, block all of this stuff for say a month. So I had it for a month, but what I figured is if I reset it, the blocking software will take a minute to boot, and in that time I can go on settings and change the date of my phone a month into the future, so that the phone believes that it's a month into the future, and it unblocks everything because it says, oh well, you told me to like block it for a month, and it's been a month. So what can we do? The solution is to block it with a password. So what I am gonna do now is I'm gonna use this thing right here. This is a K-Save Time blocker. So what it does, and I'm pretty sure I've showcased this product in the channel before, not sponsored or anything, I wish. It's just the only one in the market. I'm surprised I don't see any more like time blockers and stuff. But what you do with this bad boy right here, I don't know if you can see, is, oh, focus, come on, focus, yep. So what you do is you spin this thing and you block it for, say, I don't know, let's say a minute now, and it does 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it blocks. And there's like things here, so now I can't open this thing for the next 10 minutes. Oh, I blocked it for 2 hours. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a password, write it on a piece of paper, and put it in here, which I've done before, but I haven't really stuck to it because I was using another software, blocking software, that's not very good. I'll make a video on blocking softwares and stuff in the future, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a password super long, 20 characters, mixed of letters, symbols, and numbers that I can't possibly remember. I'll fold it in a piece of paper, I'll put it here, and I'll block it for a long time. And that way, I cannot go and change, like, time travel in the phone to, like, unblock my things. And what I will do is I'll block all my social media like I had it. I'll block YouTube as well, because YouTube is my biggest time waster, I guess, when I analyze it. When I look back on it, what's the app that I'm using most to waste time? It's YouTube. I did delete my social media. I have Instagram, but I don't use it as much because I have it hidden. I use this freaking awesome app called Minimalist Phone, and what it does is it removes the, oh, more about 3D printing, but it removes the wallpaper, it removes everything, and it makes it no icons either. So you have your time, and if you want your apps, here it's a list of apps. No pretty icons that are addictive to click on, no nothing. It's just you have to look for the app or you have to search it. So what I find is that it makes it so that you have to be way more intentional about which apps you use. It kind of forces you, right? Because you have to type it. It's not just the mindless, oh, Instagram, bloop. No, you have to like mentally make the choice. I want to utilize Instagram for 5 minutes and go on it and look for it. Just type the name or find it in the list, which takes a while. And say you do, for example, go on a distracting app like YouTube, it'll ask you right there. I don't know if you can read, but it says, for how long do you want to use this app? So if you click 10 minutes, it'll let you go in the app. But after 10 minutes, it'll remind you, hey man, you've been here for 10 minutes already and that was the commitment you made. Do you want to like keep going for another 10 minutes or do you want to get the heck out of here? So it keeps you accountable, right? So that's another thing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to block all of that, YouTube, Instagram, and of course all the porn again, and essentially all social medias. So that should prevent me, and Netflix as well, because I picked up the habit of watching Seinfeld. I don't know why sitcoms are so freaking addictive and fun. Kinda, because they make you feel like you have friends when you're alone, I guess. But, which is kind of sad, but I'll block Netflix too, and that way I won't have easy access to entertainment. So if I do need to watch a video, because I'm gonna be more intentional, I'll have to go upstairs, come here to my office, turn on my PC, go on YouTube and actually look for the video. And I have apps on the computer as well that eliminate all the like side videos, the recommendations, and the home page of YouTube, so that it's completely empty. That way I don't just go clicking on things that I didn't intend to watch. So I have to go on my limited YouTube on my computer and look for the video I need to watch and get the heck out. So let's try that plan. And as I said, just adjust the plan and don't whip yourself, don't bring yourself down. That's what I find works best for me, and it's been working. But yeah, I am quite a massive phony for letting myself lose momentum in a video about momentum. But you gotta be honest and you gotta be real, and it's no fun if I pretend to be perfect, because I am very much the furthest thing from perfect there can be, honestly, and gotta be honest. Anyhow, thanks a lot, and I'll see ya on the next part of the video, because I still had to do something else. I had to shoot B-roll of me fishing for tomorrow, so that's the third part of the vlog. This was a pretty long rant, but I am proud about the fact that I was able to be a bit articulate, you know, like I kind of am talking to you like you're a person, because I'm talking to a camera, but you are a person. But I see a camera and that makes it very freaking awkward for me to be talking, but I was able to this was all in one take, and I was able to articulate my thoughts in a way that I'm pretty proud of, so I might just leave the whole rant in. But yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow on the next part of the video. Alright, so it's a new day in the vlog, third day. Yesterday I didn't vlog, so that was bad, but what I did do yesterday is I woke up earlier and I did go to the gym. So there's been gradual progress, you know, I've been picking up the momentum. The day before yesterday, I woke up at 8 AM and I didn't go to the gym. Yesterday I didn't film, but I did wake up at 7 AM and I went to the gym, but I did a shitty workout. And today I woke up at 5 AM, which is not quite 4 AM, which is my goal, my ideal, my golden hour, but I still woke up pretty early, 5 AM, and I went to the gym already, and it's like midday right now. It's like noon. And I did a good workout, so that's, you know, it's picking up, and it's gonna keep speeding up. I just gotta keep feeding the good momentum. I gotta keep paying attention to the right things. I have been spending a lot of time still playing around with the printer, because it's too much fun. I mean, I gotta show you the monster I was printing at the beginning of the video. The detail in this thing is beautiful. I'll show you the other two things I printed first. I printed this little goblin. Focus up. He's pretty small. He's like an amiibo size, even smaller than an amiibo, and he's got insane detail. And then I printed this like baby beholder, also very cute and very awesome. Loads of detail. But what's this thing? This thing looks incredible. A full ancient beholder. These are all miniatures by Loot Studios, by the way, and they're freaking incredible. Look at this guy. absolutely beautiful. Oh man, I gotta restick the sword. There was a little bit of a print failure here, but it doesn't matter too much. It's at the back. But just look at this guy. I gotta fill up some of the gaps that are that happened because I put him together. He came in pieces, but I'll do that later. As I said in the last scene, we're about to go fishing because I need some footage for the next video. And if you know me, you know that if I'm wearing this shirt, it means we're going fishing. Anyhow, I'll see you guys in a bit. So we're all set to get going, but I just noticed that my video that I was filming with this GoPro didn't have audio, so I checked and there was an issue with the firmware that made it incompatible with the microphone I was using, which makes it so that the entirety of the videos that I have filmed for the last 3 days using this camera have no audio. So I'll try and salvage that somehow, but anyhow, let me show you the Radwagon 4 all packed up and ready for a fishing trip. This bike is freaking beautiful, man. Or woman.
So check it out. At the front, well, this is the whole beauty. It's freaking beautiful. I don't have a car, but I don't really need one during the summer when I get this thing. At the front, we got the paddleboard folded up. We got the oars, some GoPro accessories for like mounting. We got this fishing nets, and we got a tripod. So you can see it. That's just the front basket. Then we have the bike, and right here we have my tackle box, life jacket, and the bag. And in here we have the pump, the electric pump for the paddleboard, 4 fishing rods, a whole bunch of accessories, the drone, and a bunch of GoPro accessories as well. So this thing is absolutely packed, and it's just a bike, electric bike, and it can take me anywhere and everywhere. It's freaking beautiful. But anyways, time to get going. Good thing I found out about the audio issue, or else I would have filmed the rest of this vlog with no audio and I would have cried myself to sleep. Alright, let's go! So in the middle of the trail, I found some sort of like mini swamp. Look at this. Looks freaking beautiful. I kind of want to fish here. Let's go check it out. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Look at this. There's a lot of cover, and I bet there's probably bass around here. Looks kind of shallow. The water looks kind of shallow though. So I don't know if... I mean, I feel like I could put the paddleboard here and I could keep making my way down the river. Problem is, there's rapids all the way over there, so I'm not sure if eventually that would lead me to fall into the rapids. So I don't want to risk it. So I do have to like look at the map or something, because, well, the water's completely calm over here. And this place looks like untouched by man. Like, I bet there's a lot of fish here. If it gets any deeper, because it's really shallow over here. And I saw a bunch of frogs jumping over there, so I could probably fish with a frog lure. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna fish here, but beautiful place.
You know what you gotta do. Get wild. You ain't gotta play it cool. Get wild. Take a rocket to the moon. Get wild. Get wild. Get wild. You know what you gotta do. Get wild. You ain't gotta play it cool. Get wild. Take a rocket to the moon. Get wild. Get wild. Turn up and down. They keep coming back.
Alright, so I've got the kayak, the paddleboard all set up here. Got the 4 fishing rods. I have I just rigged the tripod here. It's super hard. Like nobody's gonna stick this out, so I can keep filming while I'm in the water without awkward angles or anything, so it's good. But we came here to fish, but also we needed B-roll or a footage of us fishing. So I was trying to like fly the drone to like showcase the boat and stuff. But apparently this park is a restricted area because there's an airport nearby, and the radio signals that the drone produces could interrupt radio communications between the tower of control and whatever aircraft is flying apparently. So we can't fly. It doesn't let me fly, which is understandable. So I guess I'll try to get some non-drone footage. And I guess it is a bit of a relief because last time I tried to paddleboard while flying the drone, I put my finger against the propellers and I chopped it up real bad. Well, not terribly, but it's mostly healed now, but it's left a bit of a scar there. But I was bleeding a bunch that day. Well, regardless, time to get this bad boy in the water and see what we can catch today. But before we start fishing, we have to choose 4 lures because I have 4 fishing rods. So let's see what we got here. I did open a bunch of mystery fishing boxes recently. I should have filmed that, but I got a couple more coming, so I'll film those. And we got a bunch of lures. All right, so what's good in summer for bass? Apparently, because I'm no pro angler, we got frogs. I have 2 of those, so I'll pick 1 frog. There's this little guy. He's like he's a pupper and a frog. And we have this standard seaman frog. I guess I'll go with. I'll try a little guy. I like that he's a pupper as well. So we'll go with this guy. Selected. A jerkbaits, and it's got like a ball inside. I haven't tried this guy. Apparently jerkbaits are really good for bass, so I'll take this guy. Other than that, we got a couple crankbaits. Guess I'll go for chatterbait here. This guy's popular, plus I already have him rigged, so with a swim bait trailer, so this guy as well. Chatterbait is good for bass here, and then a soft plastic Texas rig. A crawfish, we got a bunch of craws. We got these black ones, pink juicy ones, and these little black ones. The seaman, thousand fish, and biwa. I guess I'll go with the black ones because this water seems pretty muddy, so fish can see the outline better. Plus these guys have some sort of juice that smells and attracts fish. So I'll take one of this, I'll Texas rig it, and that's our 4 lures. Alright, so we're on our merry way. Took me a while to rig everything, but it is ready. And now, while I get some distance and get closer to where the fish are likely to be, so that's probably a really good place, I need to keep talking to you. Well, I don't need to, I want to keep talking to you about momentum. So as you saw, I was in a pretty bad rut. It had been about 2 weeks of me just being lazy and doing just about nothing. Because as I said at the beginning of the video, if I was able to salvage the audio, because I filmed with this GoPro, and as I told you, I lost the audio, but I was telling you that my parents are out vacationing, and when you have nobody watching you, not that they are constantly telling me to do stuff, but when you're by yourself and you feel absolutely no pressure of any kind, it's much harder to make yourself be disciplined, I find at least. But by taking a couple of right actions, we were able to turn the situation around, and now I'm here doing this very complicated task of transporting all this technology around, and it is a lot of fun. But I didn't feel like doing this because it felt kind of scary, I guess. But now that I'm here and I'm filming and the vlog is nearing its end and I have completed another video almost successfully, I am pretty happy that I did that, you know? The fact that I'm out here filming and talking to myself means that the momentum that I picked up by just fixing the house kept going and made me wake up earlier and made me go to the gym, which made me wake up even earlier, which made me go to the gym for longer and do a better job, which made me
be here in the middle of the river filming a video and fishing. So even though this is an enjoyable task, when I'm at home being lazy watching freaking Seinfeld, I don't feel like doing any of this. But now that I'm here, I'm very excited that I am. So I find that it's not very trustworthy motivation, and a lot of people have said this in the past. This is not a new concept, but I'll try to keep it more present in my mind that I shouldn't feel motivated. I should just feel driven to do things because I want to be great. And I'll just keep in the forefront of my mind that by doing little things like organizing the house, I am making myself more likely to do even more good things. So that's how momentum works, right? And now enough sermons and enough speeches from me. Well, I'm just a kid, well, a 20-year-old kid, I guess, with little experience. But I've read a lot of books, so that's where I get all my ideas and experience and trial and error, I guess. Time for fishing! Alright, so I'm gonna try and get to the bottom there and see if I can catch some bass over there, because from the YouTube videos I've watched, they like to hide in those that vegetation over there at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try fishing with the frog or the crankbait. I'll try everything, honestly. Okay, so I've touched ground right here, so I guess we turn around and seek deeper waters. Actually, I was able to get down here because it's so shallow, so I might try some frog fishing real quick. See how that works. Park the paddleboard right here. Hope it doesn't fly away with all my expensive stuff while I do a little bit of frog fishing. Well, I gotta aim at something. I can't just be shooting like this. Let's see. Let's try over there. Oh, not through the muck. That was my bad. Pull the froggy through the muck. You still there, paddleboard? Yeah, you are. Come on, froggy. Be free. Whoa. Wrapped it around my head. I don't want to lose my froggy. Come on. Oh, look at that. Ah, the algae is incredible. Hey, paddleboard, stop trying to escape from me. Don't take the drone with you. Don't take my fishing stuff with you. Come here. Look at, it's full of muck, even inside the reel. Ah, shit. Look at, oh, look, it looks like it's more lime, but that's all algae. My frog is right here at the very end. Oh, look, a lure, I caught a lure. My frog got a lure, I got a new lure. No way, look at this. What is this? Oh, it's one of these, I don't know if it's a spinner. No, it's not a spinner. I don't know what you call this, but I got a free lure. Look at this. It's got a worm in it. Nice. Let's see, what is this thing? It's like, it's a worm jig. What is this? It's kind of like this, guys. I got some of these guys. I don't know what they're called. Guess I'll put you in with the other guys that look like you, and we'll try over there in that little hole. So let's take the paddleboard, like a trailer. Oh, it's kind of scraping against the ground. I don't like that sound. Oh, shit. I'll leave it there, I guess. I don't think it's gonna fly away. I mean, float away. Oh, look at that, 2 skips, but bad throw. Don't you move. Don't you move. Okay, let's try to skip this lure. I don't want to swim for it. one skip, but the muck stopped the second skip. Over there. Come on, this looks tasty. This frog looks delicious. Food for fish. Didn't make it far enough, eh? Oh! Oh! What happened there? Was that a bite? Or am I dumb? Probably dumb. Kind of felt like a bite. It's no good. I don't think we're gonna catch a bass here. I'll keep on moving. Just put everything back. And hey, where are you going? Not without me. Whoop! I put this tripod here so tight. I feel like I could put my regular camera in here and get some high-ass quality while I'm out here. Because I was putting my $400 microphone there and there was no issue. And I saved up a bunch to get this thing, so I really don't want to lose them. This is on minimum wage, or close to minimum wage anyways. I set the anchor, so I've stopped moving, and now we're gonna try this guy right here, Mr. Chatterbait. Let's try a couple shots, see if we can catch anything over there. This is my fanciest fishing rod. I went camping with my friends and I met this awesome, very experienced angler. He was a competitive guy and he just gave me this. He just gave me a whole fishing rod and it's much nicer than any of the ones I have. So let's try it. There he comes. Welcome back, Mr. Chatterbait. Nothing. That was not close to the goal. There's not much action going on. I haven't caught any fish, but just look at this place. It's gorgeous, man. Or woman. The plants, the sun. Look at the clouds, and there's ducklings over there. And it's so quiet. There's only one other angler here, and other than that, it's just me slowly paddling up the river, stopping from time to time to cast. But oh man, even if I don't catch anything, there's no feeling that matches this. Seriously, feels so it makes you feel happy, you know. You're taking the vitamin D, you're oh, I'm kind of caught in this algae. You're taking your vitamin D, you're cutting the algae, you're getting the sunlight, getting in a good mood, and you're by yourself just thinking and fishing and breathing fresh air, and it's such a break from regular life. I love fishing way too much, even if I'm not good at it because I don't catch much, but I'll get better at it. I just enjoy it very much. I feel like you can probably replace most bad habits with stuff like this. When I'm here, my mind feels so clear. I feel no temptations whatsoever to do any of my bad habits. I don't feel like playing video games. I don't feel like watching porn. I don't feel like spending money. I don't feel like procrastinating. There's something wired in our heads to enjoy this kind of stuff, you know? And I feel like we don't get enough of this kind of activities. Being outside, taking the sun. You know, low dopamine activities that don't reward you instantly with gratification and you know, don't abuse your systems essentially, because a lot of the entertainment that most people, included myself, get every day is very instantaneous. And I know you've heard this a lot if you watch more self-improvement YouTube and stuff, but you know, social media just messes up your dopamine. It's all instant gratification. Porn, same thing, abuses your sexual circuitry, and it's like a fake replacement for love and actual intimacy with a person you love. Video games, it's hard because I love video games, but
in truth, they just distract you from the truth, and if you're not far along in life, they can keep you contempt. I feel like, and that was happening to me. I was just content with getting home from work and turning on the Switch and playing a couple rounds of Isaac or Smash or Elden Ring, and just wasting my life away, because I still like video games a lot as an art medium. There's a lot of very cool art, character design, gameplay design is a very fun thing for me, but they're very addictive, and they don't help you, man, or woman. I guess the same, man. It's such a habit, but they don't help you at all. And I figured that. It took me years to figure that out, because I was very stubborn. I did not want to give them away at all. To give them up, I mean. And I don't miss them. I don't miss them after I quit. And I felt so compelled not to. So I felt like we humans are what we call loss adverse, I think. Or we experience loss aversion. That is to say, we are more worried with losing things we have than with the possibility of gaining things we don't have. So what motivates us most is fear. It's losing. We're afraid of losing what we already have, what is already real. That's what's most frightening to us. So giving up video games felt very disconcerting. It felt wrong, because I felt like I already had spent so much money of mine. I spent over $6,000 on video games, probably more. And I spent countless hours into the hype cycle. I invested myself emotionally into companies like Nintendo, watching the Nintendo Directs, and all this hype and all this excitement. And ultimately, once I did decide to cut it off, because it was not helping me at all, and it was just a distraction, it kept me contempt. It did not let me see how I wasn't progressing, you know? It mitigated my sense of adventure, because I was getting it artificially through video games. And even friendship, you know, when I was playing video games with guys on Discord and shit like that. Such a waste of time. And now that I've cut it off my life, I really do not miss it at all. So I bet there's a whole bunch of other things that I should give up, that if I did would not feel bad, but it always feels bad when you already have something and you're told to give it up. And once it felt really bad to sell my Switch OLED. I loved that console. It was beautiful, it was wide, it was in pristine conditions. I took excellent care of it. I had a massive library of games that I loved collecting, and I was really proud of actually that console. And it hurt to sell it, but for a moment. Next day I don't even care about it. My life didn't change at all. Like I was hardly playing it at all. I just like to feel like I owned it. But things are things, you know. I was listening to this series of lectures by John Barbecue, Professor John Barbecue of the University of Toronto, if I'm not wrong. And his series is called Uncovering the Meaning Crisis, or something about the meaning crisis. Well, he has a lecture. You search John Barbecue Meaning Crisis. The series of lectures is called Awakening from the Meaning Crisis, if you want to watch the series. But one of the concepts he was talking about was where was he going with this? Oh yeah, he was talking about how being is better than owning. And that's absolutely true. Like, that's what drove me over the edge, what pushed me over the edge to finally quit games and to sell my console and to give away all this stuff that I really liked. It was this concept that being is better than owning. You know, stuff comes and goes, money comes and goes, but who you are is what matters most. And video games were not contributing to making me a better person or a more skilled individual or a better man. And so I gave them up. And I don't miss them, because they were just things I had. It was not who I was. And getting rid of these things I had opens the potential to becoming more. So that's why I find it was a good decision. I really don't regret it. And when I'm here in the middle of nature, fishing, I don't miss them one single bit.
Alright guys, I didn't catch anything really and it's getting dark. And also the camera's about to die, so I thought I'd end the video here. Thank you very much for watching if you made it this far really, because I mean, I know this vlog wasn't very structured. I'm still working on my storytelling skills, so as I make more videos I'll get better. Also, I'm a phony for letting so much time pass between my last vlog and this one, because I just kind of got demotivated and lazy, honestly. So apologies for that. At least I noticed that I am getting better at more consistently being able to get myself to make videos, making videos in public and speaking loudly, and shooting shots when I have to, and just generally less lazy. So I feel like things are going good. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.